guest?
Yes.
Let's do it. We've got Krishna Vittipalli here with us, the CEO and founder of Imaginnovate. Krishna, we're so excited to have you guys because at Imaginnovate, y'all are doing awesome things, but you're here kind of on a twofold basis. Can you give us what you're doing in both spaces?
Sure, and before I get started, I need to thank you all and whole FreightWaves team. You do an amazing job of media production and everything, and you just bring life to transportation as a whole. So thank you for that.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that.
Great. So yeah, back to your question. So what we do is Imaginnovate is a company that focuses on providing technology solutions to just transportation and logistics companies. And we do that in multiple ways. One is we have a services division and a products division. So through our products division, what we do is we build solutions anticipating, looking into the space and coming up with ideas. And an example of that is Fleet Enable, which we launched in FreightWaves Chicago 2019, and it's taking off well. So where we anticipate, come up with ideas and build solutions. And then we have a services division where we build customized solutions to companies, like what Michael was saying and Tracy was saying. So we build customized solutions, we work with them, and we also build dedicated teams as an extension to their IT staff. So that's Imaginnovate and Fleet Enable.
Awesome. And when you're thinking about this aspect, I mean, of course, this is something that's needed now. Is the current condition something that really kind of pushed you forward to go forward with deploying this and keeping moving it forward? I know it started, what, 2013, I believe?
Yep.
And so, and I know like a small team starting up and now really being able to scale. What really kind of pushed you to kind of deploy some of the collaborations that you're working towards now?
So, as we are working with the transportation companies, what we've observed is that traditionally the services companies, they ask for, hey, we want you to do this, or we want you to develop on this one. Okay, we've been doing great, we've been building teams and extensions. But lately what we realized is because of COVID and everything, teams are investing in like innovation and stuff. So now what we are doing is, like we would like to take this opportunity of FreightWaves and we are launching Logistics Studio. So where we are your innovation partner for your transportation company. So here what we do is we work with a transportation company. We understand what their plans are, what their vision is. We are a full service digital team for them, okay? We innovate with them, we collaborate with the company, and come out with the solutions and then support them. So we have a whole process for innovation and continuous improvement. So it's called Logistics Studio.
The interesting thing about the Logistics Studio is that you guys are talking about taking a startup mindset, but I don't think you're necessarily a startup anymore, right? You guys have been an established company, you've got some growth, you've got some partnership. Why do you think that it's important to kind of have this startup mindset when it comes to being nimble and flexible, but then having the establishment of a company? It's kind of a best of both worlds scenario, right?
Right, it's exactly. So it's best of both worlds because now you're taking a startup mentality to an enterprise. So enterprises typically have a regimented process. You need to do this, and this, right? It takes time. But innovation, everybody wants to have it happen yesterday, and it's competing. Here you see a lot of tech companies, and now tech companies are competing with transportation companies, traditional transportation. Now transportation companies need to compete, right? So now we are bringing a startup mentality to enterprises. So we're saying that, hey, let's innovate together, let's collaborate. You bring in your transportation expertise, we bring in technology, and we also have transportation because that's what we do. So now we're bringing the best of two worlds, and also the startup spirit of do something, fail something, iterate, and until you see success. Just don't come with a waterfall approach. So that's the startup spirit.
And when you're looking at the space, what's one of the things that you see as like going to be one of the key things to really hone in on as there needs to be a solution for this, or I'm really kind of focusing on this aspect of the supply chain specifically?
So we focused on rating aspects of it. Okay, we've done quite a few rating engines, and we've developed digital freight matching for some companies, and we have Fleet Enable for final mile white glove services. Okay, that's our product. And we've built some TMS, okay? So we've done quite a few along those lines. And now what we are looking forward to is now we are investing a lot into machine learning, data science kinds of things, so bring more innovation into it. A few years ago, mobile application was the most innovative thing, but it's like a de facto now, right? So everybody's talking mobile application, so that's gone. So some of the, like everybody talks about final mile now. We actually started working on it 2 years ago, but now final mile is a hot topic.
Right.
So there are a few things up our sleeve that we'll be bringing. Probably in the next FreightWaves, we'll be discussing them with you.
I want to talk a little bit about the development of the logistics studio and kind of who this is designed to target, and then who you guys worked with in collaboration to make it happen, because it's something that doesn't just happen overnight.
So what we do is, I mean, that's where we are different from other companies, is where we sit together with the client and say, let's collaborate and innovate here together, okay? So we work with their chief innovation officers, we work with their technology teams, we work with businesses. Typically, when you bring on a technology services company, they don't work with the business, but here we said, hey, we want your business to be here. Let's all of us sit in a room. It could be a Zoom room or a physical room, and let's innovate together. Let's brainstorm. We go through a discovery phase, and through that discovery, it's their idea. There's nothing great that we are doing here. It's only that we are making it happen. So we, in that discovery phase, all of us come with ideas, surface them, and say, okay, which is most important here? Let's not talk years. Let's not talk 12 months. Let's talk 3 months. What can we deliver 3 months? Let's bring some value to your business. Okay. So we become an innovation arm to the transportation company through Logistics Studio.
And it definitely sounds like you're able to really kind of drive efficiency, because I think you're exactly right. When you start looking around, 3-5 years out, it can really kind of get lost, and it's not very actionable. When you start looking at 3 months out, you can achieve these goals, and you can kind of move on to the next. Are there any go-to low-hanging fruit, hate to use those typical meeting words, that you see time and time again when you're kind of working with some of these clients?
So the latest thing that I've seen is like a dynamic pricing is what I've seen, like a low-hanging fruit. Like everybody wants their own pricing engine. There are quite a few pricing solutions out there. You guys have Sonar, okay, which is well accepted, used, and respected. But people want different sources. They want to have their own solutions, like they have their own algorithms. So that's something we have been doing very well, where we said that, hey, let's put something quickly together. That's one thing, and secondly, mobile applications again, right? I mean, the drivers have a fatigue of mobile applications, but businesses want their own branded mobile application. That's something we can put together quickly. If not, it acts as a branding exercise. So there are a few others that we have, like low-hanging fruit. Like our final mile solution, it's primarily focused on white glove. But if somebody wants that, hey, ours is slightly different, we want it, we'll customize it and give it to them. We own the IP, but we customize it and give it to them so that we're delivering a solution in 3 months, not 3 years.
And that speed is what ultimately makes the difference in a solutions provider. Now, Krishna, you mentioned that you were with us in Chicago in 2019. Obviously, it's been now 2.5 years since that happened. What are you excited about seeing in this 2022 iteration of a FreightWaves event that maybe you didn't get in 2019, or what are you excited to see brought back?
Well, I should say I'm from this area.
Yeah.
So the most exciting thing for me is FreightWaves happening in Northeast Arkansas. So that's a big difference. Secondly, here what I would like to see is more tech collaboration. So earlier in all the other areas, like everybody is so strict about it. I don't want to talk my product to other fellow, or I want to be very careful about what I'm demoing. But now you can see that there are at least 3 or 4 companies here talking about final mile. There are 5 companies talking about digital freight matching, big ones and small ones. So I would like to see tech collaboration happening. Like not everybody can develop the whole thing and be successful. You collaborate, hey, that's where things happen. That's where the magic happens. So that's what I would like to see. And probably that's a suggestion to FreightWaves to say, hey, next time, can you do something like that? How can we collaborate?
More collaborative. I love that. Well, Krishna, thank you so much for being with us today. It's great to have you here and great to have you on the floor with us. People want to reach out to you guys either at Imaginnovate, at Fleet Enable, and kind of learn about the logistics studio. Where can they go to do that?
So we're at booth A6, just outside the door. They come to us. It's big, white, orange, and blue. You can't miss it. And secondly, we are demoing or Fleet Enable in our 7-minute demo probably in an hour or so.
Ooh.
So, hey, you cannot miss us. We'll make sure that we find you. Or
That 7-minute demo, it's like the hot seat's on.
It is. Yeah, I mean, this is much better.
All right, Krishna, thank
Hey,
you so much for being
thanks
with
for
us.
having and this wonderful experience. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.